Warriors forward Draymond Green is declining his $27.7 million player option to become a free agent, sources tell ESPN. This move gives the Warriors flexibility to pursue LeBron James in free agency and Anthony Davis via trade to form a big four. Meanwhile, more from Shams this morning. The Kawhi Leonard era with the Clippers could be coming to a close, with the team in serious discussions to trade the star to his former team, the Raptors. Kawhi has only one season left on his current contract. Back here at the desk with the guys, and Vinny, I want to start with you. What would have a bigger impact in the NBA? LeBron going to the Warriors or Kawhi Leonard going back to the Raptors?
I mean, for the culture, you know what I mean? For the culture, it's of course Golden State. For entertainment values, of course Golden State. For ESPN, of course it's Golden State. But for basketball, you're looking at the Toronto Raptors in the conference that does not have the two monuments at the top in San Antonio and Oklahoma City. Toronto has had a history of doing this before. When they sense that there's an opening at the top, they go all in. They went all in for Kawhi Leonard with no guarantees in 2018, coming off of that injury that was pretty mysterious with the San Antonio Spurs. They did not have any certainty that he was going to be even available to play. They went all in. They got to the Eastern Conference Finals. They came back from a 2-0 deficit to Milwaukee, and they won the NBA title, right? Same thing here. Maybe they're not afraid of the New York Knicks. Maybe they're looking at the Detroit Pistons and saying, you're not doing anything right now. Boston's taking a step back. Who knows what Indiana and Tyrese Halliburton is going to look like? Philadelphia, Cleveland, big time question marks. They're looking at it and saying, we have an opportunity, even if Kawhi Leonard is 35 years old. You still have Scotty Barnes. You still have players that you do not have to put in the deal, along with still having draft capital that you can put in subsequent deals at the trade deadline to bolster whatever you wind up having. It puts them in the driver's seat, at least in theory, of the conversation. So I will say, on the floor, less competition, less certainty, Toronto.
I feel you. I do. I really do from a basketball standpoint. I feel you because we saw what Kawhi did 6 years ago. 6 years ago, when we saw what Kawhi did with that Toronto squad. I agree with you with the stuff about the Eastern Conference, but there's no way I'm going to go against two top 10 dudes joining each other. Sure. Like, this is LeBron James and Stephen Curry we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I am just not going to bet against them when it comes to them trying to win basketball games. Like, I don't care how old they are. Explain to me who is going to stop them in a pick and roll. Right? Who is going to have more basketball know-how on the court than LeBron James and Stephen Curry? Multiple MVPs, multiple championships between those guys. And I'm not going to let you slide talking about Kawhi Leonard without saying the I word, which is injury. He's played 2 great years. We have no guarantee that we're going to see that Kawhi Leonard going forward. But what I do know is championship pedigree. And I believe in LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green. Like I said, take Anthony Davis, put him out the equation. He gets there, that's great. We may not play 30 games. Doesn't, I don't know about that. But what I do know is that if I have LeBron James and Stephen Curry on the court, I am going to trust them to figure this thing out more often than not.
Wendy, which move do you think will have a bigger impact in the NBA? Is it the LeBron move or the Kawhi Leonard move?
Kawhi Leonard was eligible for the postseason awards this year. Steph and LeBron were not. So, I mean, you're correct that, when you get any player in their mid to late 30s, or my God, early 40s, you can't count on anything with injury. And I absolutely would love to watch Steph and LeBron play together. That would be fascinating. I actually enjoy watching LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves play together. I'd like to point that out. They were 20-9 as a trio. I thought the Lakers were very compelling down the stretch of the season once everybody fell into their role, which in LeBron's case was a lesser role. I don't want to assume for sure that's going to be over, but for the sake of this construct, I would love to watch the Warriors play, but I don't see how they provide a method to stop Victor Wembanyama or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So the answer is Kawhi. Kawhi fits in at both ends of the court and provides some level of antidote for the Knicks. His ability to play at both ends. So you have to see, what else would the Warriors have on their roster? Let's say they don't trade Jimmy Butler. How would Jimmy Butler look coming off an ACL in his mid-30s? Maybe he looks great. He gave our interview to Anthony Slater the other day, and he said he feels great. He's recovering great. Maybe he comes back and is super strong, and now you have LeBron and Jimmy Butler on the wing. But I don't know. I can't answer that right now. I understand that's not what you want. You want me to slam the desk and say one or the other, but I think it's pretty clearly the Eastern Conference team getting the star player from the Western Conference team and redistributing the talent. And you'd have to see the way everyone's health would play out from there.
I think that's pretty interesting. A team with LeBron James, a team with Steph Curry, possibly Anthony Davis. I mean, you're saying that wouldn't kind of change the landscape in the NBA a little bit?
Well, I'm going to let people in behind the curtain. Last hour, I received a phone call.
Oh.
And put him on speakerphone, and y'all heard it. It was a very angry Michael Wilbon. Let's just say he wasn't happy at our conversation about the Golden State Warriors becoming contenders. All right? But seriously here, what we've seen in the playoffs the last few years, y'all, is that sweat equity wins. You have to have some years together and go through some playoff pain. Now, Steph Curry has caused LeBron James some playoff pain. LeBron James has caused Steph Curry some playoff pain. Draymond Green has caused everybody some playoff pain in some way, shape, or form, right? But they haven't gone through it together. And the Olympics is a great sample size in a small 6-week sample size, completely different than playing 82 games with that level of roster. 5 of the top 5 of the oldest 25 players in the NBA play on Golden State, and that's before LeBron James goes there. And you mean to tell me, as this league is getting younger and younger, that the team full of graybeards has enough to go through not 1, not 2, not 3, but possibly 4 playoff rounds when we see youth and sweat equity wins? I got to see that. And you know what? I'll just be wrong.
Oh, that would be the first time that happened. But how much does Kawhi Leonard play with Scotty Barnes? How much does Kawhi Leonard play with that?
But that's one player. But that's one player into a team with sweat equity compared to bringing on 2 big pieces.
Well, I would say that if you're talking about the experience of playing together, when you're talking about Toronto, right, getting to a first round, a 7-game series with Cleveland and things that they've done, I would put the equity of LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and even if you want to put Anthony Davis in there, the playoff battles that they've had, the way they play together in Team USA, I would say that nobody knows LeBron James on the court better than Stephen Curry. And I would say nobody knows Stephen Curry on the court better than Draymond Green and LeBron James, even though they have not played a lot of games together. We talk about people who have experience in these, high intense things. I would say that those 2 players, if anybody can figure it out on the fly and learn how to play with each other, you got to remember Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler came at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And they were off to the races very soon.
Until what happened?
Well, until Stephen Curry got hurt. But now you have, I said, but what happened before then? What happened before? They were up 1-0 on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And if you're going to bring the injury argument into it, Kawhi, I don't know his middle name, Kawhi Leonard ain't the person that you want to have that conversation with. This is a roll of the dice on both sides, but I'm going to trust the guys who've got more rings along the way.
Wendy, I'll let you have the last word on this.
Yeah, I don't really like hypotheticals, but David, are they better than the Thunder?
No, I don't think they're better than the Thunder.
Are they better than the Spurs?
I would give them a puncher's chance against the Spurs.
I'm done. Go ahead.
You're giving Wemby a headache. You are giving Wemby a headache.
I'm not. We got too much stuff going on. Next topic.
Wendy is absolutely stressed out. Wendy's like, take me out of the hypotheticals. I want to see what happens, and then we can go from there. I'm on Wendy's side. I got to see it to believe it. All right, tonight in the Athletes Unlimited Softball League, the Carolina Blaze hits the road